Good morning. I'm Dr. Neetu Sharma and I head the ophthalmology department at Fortis Hospital, Noida. Today I'll be talking to you about glaucoma. Glaucoma is a very silent disease of the eye, and the scary part about this disease, both for the doctor and the patient, is that it is so silent that it normally does not announce itself. And it's a disease which affects the nerves of the eye. There are two nerves in the eye called optic nerves, and finally it causes a thinning and a drying up of these nerves, and the visual loss can be irreversible. The early signs of glaucoma are not too many unless it's an angle closure glaucoma. This type of glaucoma also in the early stages of the disease does not really cause the patient any problems in terms of pain, decrease in vision. So it is usually a disease which is diagnosed late unless both the doctor and the patient are careful enough to look for the disease and to have regular follow-ups. Glaucoma can happen in anyone across the population, which means any sex, age. But having said that, the open angle glaucoma, which is the more common type of glaucoma, tends to be hereditary. So if somebody in your family has a glaucoma, a blood relation, whether it is the paternal side or the maternal side, you need to have regular eye checkups. The easiest way to prevent glaucoma is to get it diagnosed in the very early stages. There is no prevention of glaucoma if you're a person who is going to have glaucoma in your lifetime, especially the open angle glaucoma, and there is a family history of glaucoma. If you have diabetes, hypertension, there is no way to prevent it. You will probably still have the disease, but the best thing to do is that you get it diagnosed as early as you can before it has caused a drop in your vision or in your visual field. Diet doesn't have any role to play in glaucoma, so there is no way that you can prevent or treat glaucoma by dietary restrictions alone. Like I said, there are not too many symptoms of this disease, unfortunately, unlike a cataract or a conjunctivitis which announces its arrival to the patient in terms of either a red eye or a decrease in vision. Unfortunately, glaucoma is like a silent thief. It really does not announce its arrival. And if a patient is coming to you with symptoms of glaucoma, then more or less it is already an advanced disease. We as eye surgeons want to diagnose glaucoma as early as we can. And a patient who has a family history of glaucoma, has diabetes, blood pressure, is nearing the age of 40 or above, must have an annual checkup and usually be aware and must ask his doctor to look for glaucoma or if he has any signs of glaucoma. If there is any suspicion of glaucoma, it is best to err on the safer side and get a few tests done rather than miss out on the disease. If you're lucky enough to have a diagnosis early on in the disease, then you must follow every instruction that your eye surgeon gives you regarding this disease. And when I say follow every instruction, I'm talking about the investigations that he's asked you to do, the follow-ups, whether he wants you to come back every week, every month, 2 monthly, whatever he has said. And more importantly, the treatment, if any treatment has been started, you have to be extremely compliant with the treatment and follow all his advice. Glaucoma is best treated medically. By medically I mean using eye drops or maybe a few tablets to reduce the pressure of your eye. There are certain glaucomas which in the initial stage may need a glaucoma surgery or even a cataract surgery. But if a glaucoma has been diagnosed well within time, then they can usually be controlled on eye drops itself, and that is usually the best way to control glaucoma. There are a few important points regarding the treatment of glaucoma which I would like to highlight, and usually the eye drops of glaucoma are asked to be put into the eye 2 to 3 times a day, or there are certain eye drops which are to be used before bedtime. For any eye drop, the most important thing is you have to be compliant as to the number of times that the doctor has asked you to use the drops. So if there is a particular drop that has to be used 2 times a day, you must make sure that every day without fail you use those drops 2 times a day. And the 2 times a day means that there has to be a 12-hourly difference between the 2 eye drops. So if morning you're using the eye drop at 8 a.m., then roughly approximately make sure you put in the other drop at 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. And it should not be that you use one drop in the afternoon and then the other one early on in the evening and you think that that is 2 times a day, because that is not going to keep your pressure under control for 24 hours. The other thing about anti-glaucoma medicine is that whenever you instill a drop, make sure you put in just one drop, and after you've done that, close your eye gently and take your index finger and press alongside your nose where your eye starts. Just press there for 20 to 30 seconds. This ensures that your eye drop remains inside your eye, inside the cul-de-sac where it's supposed to remain, and does not immediately drain down your throat into your system. And this ensures that the side effects of the medicines are less and the action on the eye is better. Well, glaucoma at times, the worst complication that glaucoma can cause is a irreversible loss of visual field. Usually this disease is difficult to diagnose because patients are able to see, their central field of vision remains normal till the very end. So a patient may be 6/6 vision, which is 100% vision, and he may not even realize that he has an advanced glaucoma, because glaucoma basically reduces your field of vision. So very few patients who are very aware may be able to come to a doctor saying that I'm not able to really see sideways. But because we've been given 2 eyes, this thing normally goes undiagnosed till the late stage, because patient is unaware that he is unable to see in the side view of his vision.